Can the Lakers really afford to trade away greatness itself? Picture this for a moment. You wake up one morning, grab your coffee, check your phone, and boom! LeBron James, the man who brought championship glory back to Los Angeles after a decade-long drought, is suddenly wearing a different jersey. Not just any jersey, but a Cleveland Cavaliers uniform. Again, it sounds like the plot of a Hollywood thriller, doesn't it? Yet according to NBA insider Tom Haberstroh from Yahoo Sports, this shocking scenario might just become reality before the season wraps up. The very thought sends shivers down the spine of every Lakers faithful. We're talking about a franchise that has built its recent identity around the Kings' presence in purple and gold. 7 seasons of basketball brilliance. Championship banner hanging in the rafters of Crypto.com arena that simply wouldn't exist without number 23? And now, whispers in the basketball world suggest that this legendary partnership could be coming to an abrupt end. But let's pump the brakes for a second and dive deep into what's really happening here. Because when it comes to LeBron James and the Lakers, nothing is ever quite as simple as it appears on the surface. The prediction that's got everyone talking comes from Haberstroh's bold forecast that the Lakers will pull the trigger on a LeBron trade before the deadline hits. His vision? A homecoming story for the ages, LeBron waiving his no-trade clause and heading back to Cleveland, where his professional journey began all those years ago. The proposed mechanism involves a complex 3 or 4 team deal, potentially centered around Darius Garland's substantial contract. Assuming the Cavaliers stumble out of the gate this season, it's the kind of narrative that writes itself, isn't it? The prodigal son returning home one final time to complete the circle. LeBron has always been a master storyteller when it comes to his career moves, and there's something poetic about the idea of him bookending his career where it all started. Remember, this is the same man who left Cleveland as a young king, conquered Miami, returned to bring Cleveland its first major sports championship in 52 years, then headed west to chase Lakers glory. Yet here's where the rubber meets the road. Reality has a funny way of complicating even the most romantic basketball scenarios. The logistics alone make your head spin. For starters, LeBron holds all the cards with his no-trade clause. He's not just a player who can be shipped off at management's whim. He's the captain of his own destiny.
Throughout his entire career?
Spanning over 2 decades of professional basketball, LeBron has never been traded. Not once. That's not just a statistic, it's a point of pride, a carefully crafted element of his legacy. Think about what that means psychologically for someone. As legacy-conscious as LeBron James, every move he's made, from the decision to take his talents to South Beach, to the emotional return to Cleveland, to the calculated choice to join the Lakers' storied franchise, all of these were his choices. Being traded would represent a fundamental shift in how his career story gets told. And that's not something the King takes lightly. Then there's the business side of things that makes this whole scenario even more intriguing. The Lakers aren't just dealing with basketball decisions here, they're navigating the complexities of new ownership under Mark Walter. Imagine being the new boss, and your first major headline-grabbing move is trading away one of the greatest players in NBA history. That's not exactly the kind of welcome-to-the-neighborhood gesture that endears you to a fan base that still remembers the championship celebration just 4 years ago. From a purely basketball perspective, the numbers tell a story of sustained excellence that makes trading LeBron seem almost absurd. Last season, at age 39, he averaged 24.4 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 8.2 assists while shooting over 51% from the field, and nearly 38% from three-point range. These aren't the statistics of a declining superstar limping toward retirement. These are the numbers of a player still operating at an elite level in a league that's younger and more athletic than ever. But perhaps the most compelling argument against this trade scenario lies in the Lakers' own championship aspirations. This isn't a franchise in rebuilding mode, stockpiling draft picks and developing young talent for some distant future. This is the Los Angeles Lakers, a team with championship expectations every single season. Trading LeBron would essentially be waving the white flag on title contention, and that goes against everything this organization represents. The Cavaliers, meanwhile, would be making their own fascinating gamble. They'd be breaking up a young, promising core that many believe could compete for championships in the coming years. Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, these are the building blocks of something special in Cleveland. Trading away that future for what would essentially be a farewell tour, no matter how legendary the player, carries enormous risk. Yet there's something undeniably compelling about the human element of this story. LeBron's connection to Cleveland runs deeper than basketball statistics or championship banners. It's about home, family, and the community that shaped him into the man he became. The idea of him finishing his career where it all started has a narrative pull that transcends typical trade speculation as we watch this drama unfold throughout the season. One thing remains crystal clear: whatever decision gets made will reverberate through the basketball world for generations. Whether LeBron stays in Los Angeles to chase one more championship in purple and gold, or whether he writes the final chapter of his story back home in Cleveland, we're witnessing history in real time. The beauty of this uncertainty is that it reminds us why we fell in love with basketball in the first place. It's not just about the games, the statistics, or even the championships. It's about the stories, the drama, and the human emotions that make every season feel like an epic novel waiting to be written. So what do you think, Lakers Nation? Can you imagine watching number 23 in anything other than purple and gold? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and smash that like button if this got your basketball heart racing like mine. Because whether you love this possibility or hate it, one thing's for certain: this season just got a whole lot more interesting.